At this point, I have a super strong feeling that the next president of the United States of America in that 2024 election we have approaching will be Donald Trump. Welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on Hot Topics TV. We don't usually dabble into politics too much, but today we got to get into it. You know, with the Donald Trump's mugshot going out and all, him making history as being the first president to ever have a mugshot. However, let's talk about what he has done with that mugshot and what this means for his campaign to be the next president. Donald Trump campaign has now reportedly raised $7.1 million after the mugshot was sent out. And that's $7.1 million. So this is the straight information right here. Trump's campaign raises millions after his arrest, uses his mugshot for donations. Donald Trump's campaign raises $7.1 million post-arrest. That's after his arrest. Leveraging mugshot for donations. $20 million in 3 weeks his campaign has raised. Using Twitter, fundraising surge amid legal challenge for his 2024 election bid. Wow. So former President Donald Trump has raised $7.1 million since his arrest in Georgia on Thursday as his campaign sought to capitalize on the mugshot that was taken at a Fulton County jail, according to persons who are familiar from the inside with what is going on. Donald Trump brought in $4.18 million just on Friday alone. So, you know that mantra that everybody is seeing on social media, money coming to me easily, money coming to me easily, money coming to me easily, money coming so easy. That's Donald Trump right now. He can't fight this money off if he tried, right? And this speaks a lot. But we're going to talk about what the money means when you follow the money in politics, right? So Trump bought in $4.18 million just on Friday alone, which is the highest single day haul in his 2024 presidential election campaign efforts. His campaign has taken in nearly $20 million in the last 3 weeks. I want y'all to let this sink in, the amount of money that's coming his way. Right? This means to me that someone wants him to be the next president badly. A span that covers his two most recent indictments in Washington and Georgia, according to the person who is on the inside, who asks not to be identified as they speak on the figures. Fundraising accelerated after he returned to X. X is now the new name for Twitter. He was off Twitter for a while. He was banned from Twitter. And when he returned to Twitter, that money went up like crazy. The social media platform formerly known as Twitter for the first time since January of 2021 was the last time he was on it. He returned to Twitter, or X, to post his mugshot and a link to a fundraising landing or fundraising page for his presidential campaign. Politico earlier reported the figures. If y'all follow Politico, you'll know that Politico prints the facts. So go follow Politico or go and read up some on Politico and you'll see. The $7 million raised is roughly a fifth of the more than $35 million that he has received in the second quarter through the Trump Save America Joint Fundraising Committee. $35 million in 1 quarter. $7 million just off of that mugshot situation. $4.1 million on that Friday alone when he turned himself in. Right. Nobody is calling him a criminal. Well, people are. They're calling him a criminal. Some people want him to be not only arrested, mugshot, they want him to actually go to trial. They want him to be tried. They want him to be the first president to be tried and convicted and sentenced and placed in a prison to do time. I'll give my humble opinion in a few more seconds. Hang on. So in the days after Manhattan grand jury indicted Donald Trump on March 30th on charges related to some hush money payments that he had supposedly given to some adult star, the campaign announced that right then it raised $15.4 million. This is just showing you that every time they touch him, as in every time they indict, every time they bring him in, every time they so-called arrest him behind the scenes, or he shows up, gets fingerprinted, do whatever, goes through the process and leaves, it is seen by his supporters as an attack on their campaign to get him back in office. It is seen actually as an effort to try to stop him from becoming the next president. It also said that $6.6 million was raised in a few short days after that $15.4 million was raised, after special counsel Jack Smith indicted Donald Trump in federal court on 37 felony counts that were related to mishandling classified materials and conspiring to stymie efforts by U.S. officials to recover them. So again, every time they take him in, or every time he's said to be, oh, Donald just got to turn himself in again, another indictment, another charge, his money from his base of supporters shoots through the roof. Trump is the first U.S. president to have his mugshot taken. We know that already, and his campaign is using the image to sell merchandise, and they're making a whole lot of money off of selling the merchandise, including t-shirts, posters, coffee mugs, among other things. In the hours before he actually turned himself in at the Fulton County Jail, his campaign sent out an electronic fundraising pitch, to which many answered. It's all part of Donald Trump's effort to use his legal troubles to supercharge his White House comeback bid. He's been indicted 4 times in the last 5 months. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people are saying, why didn't they do this before if they had all this information before? Why are they doing it now as we approach the later half of 2023, leading into 2024, where the election will take place, right? So far, the cases have prompted Republicans to rally around him, helping extend his polling lead in the GOP presidential primary, which means he is the chosen one from the Republican Party. This is who the party wants, again, to be out there as their representative for president. Right. Trump is leading opponents in the Republican presidential nomination by more than or about 41 percentage points. This is according to the average of polls tracked by Real Clear Politics. In the coming days, he plans to hold fundraisers, participate in print, television, radio, podcast interviews, as well as doing all other kinds of things. Just to, it's a marketing campaign, and he's going to be on the trail. He's going to be out there doing his thing, appearing in person and all that other stuff. Now, here's my opinion. Everything I gave you before was just the facts as they're laid bare, according to sources which are trusted. Nowadays, you can't really trust anybody 100% because everybody seems to have an agenda. However, there are certain places that we go for the basics, right? And these are the basics that were given before. Now, my personal opinion is that Donald Trump will probably be the next president. He'll probably be the next president because the more they push against him is the more those who are on the line, those who are in limbo, those who see that America is not what they think it should be, or it's not heading where they think it should be heading, those people are going to start looking at him as he's the savior. Why push against him so hard? It is because he is trying to stop something that they don't want stopped. So there's a concerted effort to get him to not be able to become the next president, to not campaign. This is just my opinion on what people might be thinking. And this might actually help to boost his campaign and boost him right back into the White House. It is my humble opinion that if they had just left him alone and he had went about his business rallying for another presidential term, probably he would not have made it. But with all this to fuel his fire and generating all this cash, he's probably going to be the next president of the United States of America again. Here's my question to you if you're listening to this. No disrespect, just state clearly, would you vote or will you be voting for Donald Trump to be your next president, and why? I'm trying to see something in this comment section. Remember, try to be intelligent. I don't want to hear about Democrats. I hate them. I don't want to hear about right wing, left wing. I don't understand that. I just want to hear, will you be voting for Donald Trump and why? And I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. Go get you a Mugshot shirt. If anything, it's a good memorabilia. You could pass it on to your grandchildren and tell them about these times. I'm out. Peace.